Why hello everyone, Zarish here, and welcome to another episode in this new series. Today's goals for what we're going to be trying to complete in 5 days is get a working farm, make a second floor to our base, and get some animals, preferably cows or something like that. Today I'm joined by my friend Draco and my friends Draco and Moonbeam. Draco's one in the red, Moonbeam has the purple hair, and then our new one is Phoenix, who just came out of the room, and they are a new addition. So yeah, why not we go and get to work then, shall we? Here we go. And yeah, as we started on our first day of this new play session, I guess, I made some stone tools for both me and Phoenix, just so I hopefully would make the start a little bit easier. I then gave the tools that I made for Phoenix to Phoenix, and then we got to work on chopping down some trees, because we're going to need the wood for both the farm and the second floor to the base. Then we started to clear out the area where we would have the farm, or should I say where Phoenix is going to be making the farm, because Phoenix has an idea for the design in mind, so Phoenix will be taking care of making the farm. Draco was also in the mines that day and managed to get a few pieces of iron, which meant we would be able to make a bucket for stuff, and Moonbeam found a horse that they wanted to keep, so we lured the horse over to a hole we were making, so that way we could just keep it in there for now until we either got some leads, a pen, or a saddle. But needless to say, this horse was very uncooperative and would be throughout these 5 days. So yeah, eventually we got the horse into the pen, and then that was the end of the first day. On the start of the second day, it was mostly the same stuff where we had to collect some more wood and such, but we also got to work on the second floor by making ladders to go up to the second floor, and then we started to work. Yeah, we got some pillars made while Phoenix was working on the farm, and it was looking pretty good. And yeah, this was mostly the same steps as we used for working on the first floor of the base last time. Then we chopped down some trees, and I also failed multiple times to climb this tree to be able to just mine it easier, but yeah, that was sort of frustrating when it wouldn't let me on. And then as I was collecting saplings, Moonbeam and Phoenix did a wonderful job taking care of yet another creeper, and then we made the beam that goes across all the different poles and got to placing some oak wood that would be removed multiple times during the making of this. As you can see up there, it wasn't there, and then we added it yet again. Still not sure what we would do for this top floor. It kept on being added and removed and added again. It was a pretty tough thing to figure out for what we were going to be doing, but meanwhile Phoenix was doing a wonderful job on working on the farm. Then we got the iron out and made a bucket so Phoenix could continue to work on the farm and the dirt would not just become dirt again on them. So that was kind of nice. And then we continued on the beam across this, and yeah, and that was pretty much the end of day 2, except for the fact that Phoenix wanted to keep on working on the farm a little bit more even as it was becoming dark. But yeah, eventually they came in, and then that was the end of day number 2. On the start of day number 3, we got to work on chopping down some more wood. Moonbeam had previously been working on this tall tree, and Moonbeam wanted to know whether I wanted to keep on working on it. I said yeah, so Moonbeam went to go instead collect some sand for the top floor of the house. Then I fell off and cut myself on this vine, and needless to say, I didn't mean to do any of that. Then we continued to chop down the tree to get more jungle wood, as a lot of both the builds really need that. And then we continued to just mine the tree. Eventually we got to placing some more of the beams around the top of the house, because we needed to, because it continues with the look. Meanwhile, Phoenix was doing a very good job on working on the farm. Moonbeam and Draco have been working on the mine and such. And overall, they have been doing a great job as well. I was being indecisive most of the time, not knowing how this top floor was going to look. Eventually, we added in the slabs to the roof of the second floor of the base, just so we at least had a roof. Then we decided to go with a border of logs around the top floor, and that was actually a suggestion by Draco, so thank you very much, Draco, for that suggestion. And overall, I think it definitely did help this whole room up here come together a little bit more. And yeah, that is the end of the third day. For the fourth day, we got to work on collecting some glass for the windows, and Moonbeam had been the one who gathered all that. Draco started working on a more direct connection to the mine from their room, so that's what they were working on in the background there as we crafted these glass panes. We then added the glass panes around the top floor, and overall, I really like the look of glass panes, even though they can be a pain to make. Then the zombie was determined to try to get to me, but of course couldn't, and ended up burning up in the farm area. Then we continued to take down some of the wood. Moonbeam also gave me a few more pieces of sand to make into glass so we could finish up with the windows on the top floor. We also saved some of that sand and cactus for making a farm of that in a future episode. With the top floor basically completed, Phoenix was adding the finishing touches on the farm, and then we all went to the ruined nether portal to go and collect the the gold block, because we figured that would be the trophy for this episode, same as the enchanted golden axe was basically the trophy from last episode. We also covered up most of the lava so that we could use this in a future time. I also was not careful of the magma blocks at all. I should have been more careful. But then Draco mined the gold block, and we got the gold block for us to use as our trophy. I then proceeded to try to get the golden axe off the wall and use the golden axe to mine the item frame, which then broke it, which I did not mean to do at all, and needless to say, that was a major oopsie on my part. We then added the item frames into the top floor, and then Draco put in the trophy for this week's play session, and then I added in a flower instead of the golden axe, which I broke on accident, but I think it works for the place of last week's. Then we added in the last bit of the jungle wood for the bottom rim of the base. Then we made some fences because Moonbeam and Draco had found some more cows, and we were going to put them in a pen on the side of the house. And we had to put it together rather quickly because night was quickly approaching, so it wasn't definitely the best fenced-in area ever. We also noticed that we had to put the block here because otherwise the cows could escape, which we didn't want to happen. But yeah, that's the end of the fourth day. On the start of the fifth day, we continue to work on the pen for all the animals to make it so we know that the animals won't get out on us, and also say in case we find more we want to put in here as time goes on, it would just hopefully be easier. And it was a good thing we did that too, because more animals were brought, including the horse, which was very uncooperative, and you'll see how uncooperative in just a moment. We added in these jungle log corner pieces, I guess. I don't know what else to call them. Then we added torches on top of each of them. And then it was just cleaning up the area around it as well. Then we decided to get the horse out, which the horse was extremely uncooperative. And when Draco gave me the lead to hopefully make it so it would be more cooperative, Moonbeam found a spinning drowned, which is something we frequently see, and it's always hilarious to watch as it just spins in circles, seemingly not knowing what it's doing. But yeah, that was a sort of funny sight. Then it was getting the horse in, which it refused to get off the fence post, and then it walked off the fence post and then was trying to get it in until it eventually decided to come and say hi. And then that was, yeah, luckily it got in there. Then we used a door instead of a fence gate, at least for now, so we know the mobs can't get out on us. Then I decided to clean up the area down to the mine, and we also might make this into the shed in a future episode. It mostly just contained me replacing stuff with jungle logs and then adding on some slabs onto the top. And yeah, overall it's pretty simple design, and I think it turned out okay. It was just adding the slabs onto the sides here, and then adding a bit of volume on the top as well. Just like so. And then I decided to make some flower boxes in the front here, or just some places where flowers could be. We also used some jungle trapdoors as I guess you could say the stuff that holds the dirt into it. Then, as I was working on this, Moonbeam and Draco found some pandas, so I went to work on making a hole for them for next episode when we would bring them here, and we might be able to make a little enclosure for the pandas in a future episode, which I think could be quite fun to do. Well, because there is some bamboo, and yeah, I think it could be kind of cute. Let me know what you guys think down below. Then we added in the flowers onto the flower beds, and yeah, overall our goals for the day were accomplished. We made the second floor to the base, we made a pen for the animals, and we made a working farm, or I should say Phoenix made the working farm, so thank you very much, Phoenix. And also thank you guys so much for stuff. And here we have the flower, which represents last week's for just starting out, the gold block this week, and next week we'll add something else here. But thank you all so much for 76 subscribers at this point, maybe more, along with over 1,000 views on the last episode. So thank you guys so much for that. I wasn't expecting that at all. So thank you guys so much. But yeah, with that, I guess I'll see you guys all next time. Zarishan out.